Alright. Good afternoon, everyone. Diablo Graves here again. Gonna try to get a little further in Virtue's Last Reward today. Last time, a lot happened. We lost several people, but we're still trying to get through it. We're still trying to at least, get out of this building and maybe we can get some answers. I doubt this is going to be the best ending, but, who knows? Maybe we can learn something that'll be helpful. So let's just jump right into it, because we found the security area, so we got another puzzle to solve. So at the very least, we'll probably have to get through this first before we can find out anything else. Alright, so we're in the security area. I'm guessing this is the door we came in. Yep. Right, door won't open until we solve this puzzle. Presumably, we've got a key. Yep. Presumably once we find the key, yeah. The safe is up here. Doesn't seem to be anything else. Probably won't be able to do anything with this until we get the passwords. So, look around. Yeah, shelving units. Triangles wedged in between the hexagons. Okay, yeah. We're also on this side, although notice this side has a couple of items in it. Lots of red sand. Number 4. Okay. Purpose of most hourglasses, I guess this means this is a 4-second clock. In other words, it'll take 4 seconds for all the sand to run through after you flip it. Well. Now we've also got 11-second hourglass with yellow sand. Okay. And then the only other thing up here is this little button. A lion. It's got in his mouth some kind of button, right? Looks like you can push it. You're really making out that there's something carved in the surface. It looks like a sun, which I guess this is the 9F lion that eats the sun from the yeah. Whatever. Right now we need to focus on getting out of here. Push that button. Okay. Yeah, sure. The light's turned off. I guess it isn't it's a light switch. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. The sun, the light. So, looks like these two have lit up. There's a light pattern in the hexagons. Yeah, it's pretty colorful. I think it's a hint. Maybe. I don't know what would be a hint for, though. Because then this one is the opposite from the lights on the other side. Shells are all lit up, different shapes or different colors. So... Well, then we go back down here, and we'll start from the door we came in and just start checking things out. So we've got a... Oh. Maybe we need to turn the lights back on. On the balls. The sun with the mouth. We're gonna turn the lights on. Yeah, do it. So we probably need the lights on to examine some things, but then we'll need to turn them off for other puzzle-solving mechanics. So this has a bunch of breaker switches. There's a little thunderbolt icon up there. My guess is these are a bunch of power switches, yeah. They're all red. Does that mean they're all off? You try and flip some of them on. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I heard something, kind of a starting up sound. Okay, so that turned on this monitor. Thought so. Hey, what about Tenyoji, Clover, and Quark? Can you see them anywhere? You can see just as well as I can. There's nobody there. D or K either. Might as well take a good look at it, though. Damn, nothing. Okay, so maybe go back and put more of these on. Aha! Each screen seems to be for a security camera. Can't see anybody though. Well, This area we didn't really do this area earlier. We did this lounge. This is one of the AV rooms. These appear to be the warehouse floors on floor A and floor B. This is the golem area. We solved this puzzle. I think this is maybe the pantry. I'm not sure. I don't think we went to this area to solve anything. This one I'm not sure about, but these two might be the other areas. These might be the three areas where the first round of puzzles were, and these might be the second round of puzzles or something like that. There's nobody in them, so... Screen? Rest is gonna be that easy. The screen, yeah, what's a password? Login screen. Give it a shot. Well, I have no idea what this is, so... Let's look around a little more. Yeah, we have to find the clues first. Can we press anything else on these? Yeah. Screen embedded in the center, so nothing else is useful. Yellow chair. Okay, so it seems like turning all of those on set up the monitors, but can't understand a word of this. Looks like some kind of code. All these binders are like that. Nothing helpful. Okay, we got another monitor up here. It's a big screen, blank though. Look, the power's on. Okay, so power cord goes in the wall. Or maybe that's just the mount for it. Got another screen down here. This one turns on, but also wants a password. Yeah, it's showing the same thing too. But we still don't know. Green chair, yellow chair, red chair. These seem to be some kind of speakers. Yeah, they look pretty normal, so probably nothing to do with those. Can't do anything with those weird little buttons on the side. More normal speakers. Another screen. This one's also blank. So we have to figure out some way to power these up. More binders. Now we've got some kind of weird machine. Yeah, what she said. Tall machine, no idea what it does. There's lights on it, but I don't think we know how to interact with it. That seems to be it. We have these two hourglasses, but I don't know what they're used for. Alright, well, now let's try turning the lights off again. See if anything changes in this other part of the room. These monitors are still off. This one still shows the same thing. We still can't open this door, presumably. Yeah. Yeah. Green chair, huh? Nothing. Forget about it. Yeah, there's something that matches up to these green, yellow, and red chairs, and maybe works with this, mostly come at night, mostly. It's really dark in here, so... we can't do anything with... Oh! Hello! TMJYUVJ. I have to write all these down. TMJYUVJ. That's for the red step. The magenta step is ZYK, GLPE. And then the cyan line is TISG. got yellow, SG, DQ, Super Games Done Quick, New York. Yeah, I don't know. That's the yellow line. Green is going to be ADGB. And then finally, what is that? Blue is ESDMAS. Okay. Well, where's the red chair? We'll start with the red one. Did we get this right, Sigma? Alright, so red was TMJY VGJ. Alright, so apparently that worked. I guess so. Good job. Cakewalk. Sure. Did you see this icon? One in the upper left corner? Yeah. What this icon means. There's only one way to find out. Change the colors to the correct ones by clicking the hexagons and triangles. Remember that you only have 4 moves to complete this puzzle. Okay. So in the 2 hexagons we saw earlier, all of the hexagons are one color and all of the triangles were another color. So presumably for this one we need to change all of the hexagons to be this color. So if we click this one, that doesn't work. Click this one, that doesn't work. Huh. Can we click this? Okay, we can actually click this. And that gets the hexagons, but not the triangles. Okay. Not quite. There we go. How you like that puzzle? It's too early to celebrate. Check your screen. You've got a new icon. What's that noise? Nothing happened on the screen. Look up. The one over your head. Will be me. Well, presumably have to solve the other one, which is the green chair. Green was ADGB. Now presumably we've got to solve another puzzle. Yep. Same results as before and another icon. Same as I've done before. Yeah, it's just like the one on the other side. So that would mean... this one's a little different. I'm gonna guess... Yeah, not the same solution. We could try the 4 corners. Almost gets it. There we go. Oh, wait. I guess it needs to be the opposite from that. Which means... No. It's some kind of symmetrical setup. That almost gets it. There we go. Figured it out. Not bad. And my reward? Looks like Zero's got something for you, though. New icon. Yep. So again, this is just like the other one. Look up. I was you. Will be me. Not much of a sentence. It says I was you. I was you. will be me. Well, we do have a third one. Yellow is S, G, B, Q, and Y. This gets us the, okay, so maybe this is how we use the hourglasses. Hold on. Would it really kill you to take that disdain down like 10%? Yes. Corner of the screen, yeah, icon. So let's find out. Okay, determine the value in seconds for each hourglass, then fill in the blanks. If the value is a single-digit number, place a 0 before it. Okay. This looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of these over. Okay, so the idea is, I think, we can try to determine how much these are from how long it takes them to go through. Yeah. Okay. So we also saw, can't figure this out. What are you talking about? This is a cakewalk. You just have to know how many seconds each there's hourglass counts and then numbers at the bottom of the screen. Makes sense? I know that. Just, yeah, what we need to do is, okay, red is 4, and yellow is 11. So that means what we need to do is so red is 4, yellow is 11. We need to figure out, based on these, how much the other two are. So, for example, if we flip this one, it looks like 2 4s doesn't quite fill this. So this might be... it might be 9. Yeah, then the stuff that's left over, maybe not. Well, no, you know, that would make sense, because 9 plus 4 is more than 11. So how much is this one? So this one is slightly more than this one. Slightly less than this one, which I guess should be obvious considering that, like, one is more full than the other. So we could say this one's possibly 10 and this one's possibly 11. That one might be 15, or it might be less than 15. It's not more than 15, let's put it that way. So, if we do this. So that was 9. 4 is 13. Okay, so it's more than 13 but less than 17, so maybe it's 10 plus 4. Okay, so maybe it is exactly 15. One thing we can do to make sure of this is, if we know that this one is 15, then we can verify this one if we can get... How can we do that? could just check it. No, it's not right. Okay, so one of those is not correct. We know that's approximately... I'm pretty sure these two are correct. I'm pretty sure this one is correct. I'm gonna verify that. Oh, I know. We do this. Now that one should be 1. So we take 1 out of here. And then 11. So that's 12. So there should be 3 seconds left here. So when we do this, there should be 1 second left in the red one, which I think there is. So yeah, that's definitely 15. Alright, so these are 4, 11, 15. These might not be 9 and 10, so we need a way to verify these. So what we can do is... we do this. Yeah, that's probably more than 2. Or maybe it's exactly 4. This could be 7, I suppose. If this is... because when we do this one, there's seconds left over. But when we do these two, they both fill out at the same time. So maybe this is 7. And if that one's 7, this one's 11, and this one's 15. So when we drain this one, this should have, if this one was 10, this should have like 2 or somewhere between 1 to 3 seconds left. So yeah, there's some left over. So this is less than 11, definitely. We need to get a value that we know is... What if we do this? 7 minus 4, so that means there's 3 left in here now. If we take 3 out of this one, so this is 3... 7 more. Okay, so it's less than 10, so it's probably 9. Let's see if we can verify 9. How can we get 2? No. We'll do this. 11, 9, and 7, so this should have 4 and 2 in it. And if we flip these over, so that should be 2, if this is 9, then that should be 2 seconds. So if we take these out, then these should both fill out at the same time, which they do. So that's probably correct. Yep. I could have just checked it, but I wanted to verify. Another icon. The screen's changed. Different word on each one. I guess we're supposed to shuffle them around until they make a sentence. How? Well, look at the screen underneath them. It's got the same words in 9 squares. So I'm supposed to use that console to move the words around. That would be my guess. Okay, let's give this a shot. Hold on a second. Don't blame yourself, I'm just counting on you. What's that supposed to mean? I want to double check these first. So, I was you, will be me. I was you, will be me. said something about I was you will be me. She knows everything. I was wondering if you maybe arrange these two in a certain way that the other three then line up to do something. Will can go with B. Will doesn't go with nose. I, you, or she could be the subject. Me presumably has to be a predicate. Everything presumably has to be a predicate. You've got I, she, and you. Will be, was, and knows everything. Nose seems to go with everything. Or I guess nose could also go with me. Was, yeah, I guess these could be interchangeable. Will be doesn't really go with everything or me, unless someone will be me? I don't know about that. Why won't it work? We don't need some of these words, right? You think? Read the instructions again. Rearrange the words to create a specific sentence. Not all the words are needed, however. The unneeded words should be erased. How do you erase words? Can you just drag them off the screen? Nope, right-clicking doesn't do it. So these words aren't necessary, but I don't know how to get rid of them. Maybe use this? I was you. What about this other thing? Is this still blank? Yeah. Two knights on top of each other. Okay, I can't see anything. I think I'm starting to lose it. Am I real? Do I exist? Does this room exist? Does anything exist? Are you thinking these thoughts? Alright. Try turning the light back on and see if that does anything differently. There's the 9 screens above me. I guess I'm supposed to make a 6 physics sense. It's what them looks like and move them around with the screen on the console. Okay. Oh. Right. I was you, will be me. I was you, will be me. So, these 6. Why they had to be there, but just as I thought. Yeah, looks like you got it. Good work. Nothing's changed though. Well, at least not here. Put the screens up on the wall. Okay, so... Good work, Sigma. I've been waiting for this. New safe password, huh? Yeah, let's go open it. Okay, so... I forget, was that the escape one, or is that the... I think that's the file one, so we'll do that one right now. Let me remember what that was. Moon Star. There's the file. Okay, now we need to figure out the one that gets us out of here. This one still doesn't seem to do anything, so I wonder... Maybe I have to make a sentence with the other 6? There you go. It's still not really a sentence. I mean, I was, you will be me? I guess if you put a comma after you. Yeah, it's a different password. So now we get the one to escape. Star, moon, sun. Yeah, I got this. So, I was you will be me? It's like you're talking to yourself, but in a really weird way. And then also, she knows everything? Maybe the, I don't know. I wonder if that's maybe talking about the lady that we found. Star, moon, sun. Star, moon, sun. Okay, star keys. 2 of them actually. Yeah, star keys announcer was talking about. We've got the same key as usual. Yep, this will get us out of the room. Okay, let's get going. Lock for the door, says the lock. Gonna open it. You ready? Yes, of course I am. Get on with it. Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. And we're out.
Wait. I just realized something.
What's that?
When we were looking at the security footage earlier, we were just looking for live feeds. We were trying to figure out where the others are, what they were up to, if they were alive, and so on. But we totally forgot that security systems like this can do more than show you live footage. Are you following me?
Yeah, you're talking about stuff that's been recorded, right? Footage of the past. If they store that, we might be able to see it.
Yeah. Don't know how much luck we'll have, but it's worth a shot.
Definitely. What do we do?
Leave that to me.
You know how to use this thing?
Well, it was designed so that a human could operate it. That means there's a logic to how it's set up. A computer computes, a calculator calculates, and an automobile mobiles.
Okay.
Everything's designed to do something. And once you know what, you can start guessing how.
That's fair.
Once you start to figure out how to get it to do things, it's just a question of playing with it until it does the things you want it to. See?
Monitoring video data. Looks like this is it. Good work.
Knock it off. Makes it sound like you're better than me or something.
Wait. The heck is this? Everything says no data.
Let's check the log. Damn it. This isn't good. Looks like all the video data was removed before we got here.
But 0?
That would be my guess. All it says here is administrator.
Damn, well, that's a little frustrating. The footage could have told us a lot.
Yeah. It might have given us what we need to figure out who the killer is, too. The camera in room 2 in the crew quarters would have recorded what happened to Alice and Luna. Same for the old woman in the warehouse. And if there was a recording of us being carried into the AB rooms, we could have even figured out who Zero Senior is.
Which is probably why they were deleted. Hey, what's this?
You want to open it? It says Gollum status.
Oh, we found that guy earlier. That should be the system logs of those robots. I told you about them in the pantry, remember?
Yeah. You mean the room full of robots on the other side of the green door?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Shoot. Everything here's been erased too.
Looks like it.
Oh, so they're not all named Golem, just that one. Guess there isn't anything we can... Wait a second.
What is it?
There's a scroll bar. Try scrolling. Oh hey, there's our buddy. It says he's active though. I knew it, that golem we met is still functional.
What do you mean? I thought you told me Gollum, or whatever his name was, started spitting smoke and keeled over.
Yeah, but he said that his what passes for Gollum's brain, I guess, was in the main computer. Oh, right. They turned off his monitor, they didn't turn off him. Only his body was disabled, his brain is probably still functioning. Can we see his logs?
Already on it. Here you are.
Then try the one that says cash. These file names all just seem like random characters. Whatever, just pick one and open it, I guess.
Sure. This is...
That is K with... That's what I thought. This is probably from right after K decked us. Oh, right. That's K with the two of us. I haven't seen myself that often, so... I'll be tossed into that white door on the left in a minute. Just watch. See? I like how he picked up Phi and he just kind of dragged me in there.
interesting. This is the footage the Golem pulled from the main server. The original data was deleted, but it looks like the stuff he pulled is still here.
Exactly.
So, if we go back through these files...
Yeah, we might be able to figure out who the killer is. Maybe even who Zero Senior is.
Nice! Great work, Sigma.
Come on, I told you I don't need you kissing my ass. Besides, it's not like I really did anything. We started going through the rest of the files. The security footage showed Kay and Dio clearly passing through the white door on the far right.
Good. Looks like they're both fine.
That just leaves Tenmyoji, Clover, and Quark. I opened my mouth to continue, and then it happened. My vision suddenly blurred, and my shaking my head did nothing to clear it. I staggered, my balance gone. Whoa. What? Why is she talking like that? She sounds like someone's playing a tape of her voice all sped up. What is going on here? I can't understand what she's saying. And why is she moving so fast? It's like watching a video on fast forward. The hell is... Wait. Can it be me? Maybe my brain is slowing down somehow. So it just look looks like everything is speeding up. The heck is up with you? Look, there's a sofa over there. Why don't you lie down for a bit? Oh. I still couldn't make out what she was saying, so I just nodded weakly. My eyes drifted shut as I tried to sort out what was happening to me. I woke up several minutes later. When I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was the ceiling of the security office. I sat up slowly, rubbing tenderly at my head. Fi, who had been sitting in front of one of the monitors, stood up and walked over as soon as she heard me move.
You okay?
Her voice sounded normal again, and she wasn't moving strangely either. Whatever had been happening seemed to have stopped. I let out a quiet sigh of relief. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's good. You really looked like you'd lost it for a minute there.
Well, I seem to have found it again. This is the security office. Maybe you've got a lost and found?
Your sanity's pretty easy to miss. I'm surprised anyone found it, let alone turned it in. Well, looks like I don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah. I think I must just be getting tired. Kinda surprised it didn't catch up to me sooner.
I hope that's all it is. You haven't caught a disease or something, have you?
For just a moment I thought of Radical 6, but I didn't want to worry Fi if I didn't have to. Better to stay quiet about it.
Well, you're looking a lot better, so I can stop worrying, right?
Hey you, my mom?
Fine. No more check-ins. Anyway, I figured something out while you were resting. Come have a look at this.
What is it?
Footage from room 2 in the crew quarters.
Hmm.
The room where we found Alice and Luna. I dug it out of Gollum's cache.
When is this recorded?
See you in a minute.
Up there on the right, that looks like some sort of time code.
Can you figure it out?
No, it's just a bunch of numbers. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah. The central server seems to be using its own time system. Files appear to be named based on that system. They might as well be random to you and me, which made it pretty hard to find this gem.
Oh, it's Kay.
Yeah.
He looks at his bracelet here. Probably checking how much time is left.
I'll just pause that and magnify it.
21 minutes. So that means this footage is from 21 minutes before the primary doors opened, right?
Exactly.
And that would have been the white doors in this case.
Yes.
Because that's when he was part of the yellow pair.
After Kay leaves this room, it's about 2 minutes before he comes back with you and me.
There were 20 minutes on the clock when we met up with him, right? So that means what we're seeing here is Kay 1 minute before he saw us.
Right.
That means this is right after he tried to resuscitate Luna.
Yeah, if you believe him. The footage here doesn't show any of that.
Are there any other angles?
I looked around, but I couldn't find one. The only stuff left is shot from this position. Even so, I think we've gotten our hands on something important.
You mean that this is a record of what happened right around the time of Luna's death, right?
Exactly. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. I'll move back to the start of this file so we can see it in chronological order. Let's say this is 0 hours, 0 minutes. After all, it's not like we know what time it actually is.
Right.
So, this is the start of our footage.
There's no one here.
Yeah, about a minute goes by before anyone shows up.
Wait, how do you know it's been a minute?
This.
Oh, that's the hourglass we used earlier.
Yeah, if I play it back at normal speed, I can measure time using this hourglass. Then I just add the time from the hourglass, and that's how far in we are.
Oh, someone's coming in. Luna, is that Clover behind her?
Yeah, this is 0 hours, 1 minute. Right now you and I are talking to Dio in the Floor B warehouse. With the time frame we've established, calculating what we're doing is pretty easy.
What's going on? Are they fighting? No, it's not really a fight. It looks like Clover's just going off on Luna. Luna's just staying silent and listening to her.
Yeah,
Can we hear them? Is there an audio track?
want to listen to it?
What the hell is this?
Don't know. The audio data must have been transcoded into something else.
Well, we won't be able to understand anything in that.
Seen enough? I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Clover's interrogation goes on for a while, but it's all pretty much the same thing. Now, at 0 hours, 10 minutes, things suddenly change. Here.
Hey, they're gone. So watch, Clover moved steadily closer to Luna, who backed away almost as if she were frightened. Clover continued her advance until she disappeared below the bottom edge of the screen. Through another, no, you said this was it.
Yeah, this is the only one that I found. Shouldn't be too hard to guess what happened after you've seen the next part, though.
Clover left. She looked like she was kind of panicking.
Yeah. This is about a minute and 40 seconds after they both left the frame. So 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds.
Only Clover left. Luna's still in the room. That means...
Hold on. Wait until you've seen the whole thing before you start deducing. At 0 hours, 12 minutes, another person comes in, just missing her.
Dio. Does he have a thing in his hand? No, he's disappeared too, down below the bottom of the frame. What's he up to?
I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that whatever it was, he doesn't want us to know about it. Remember what he said when you asked him about Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here.
Which he wasn't. You're saying he was lying. He wasn't in the Floor B warehouse the whole time. He went to the crew quarters after we left him.
Yeah. So what would have been important enough for him to lie about it? We should consider that it might have been something bad.
Whatever it was, it happened during this time.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, now he's left. And it looks like he left in a hurry.
Maybe he heard a noise.
Like
The
what?
cyan door opening? Now, 10 seconds after Dio leaves, a fourth person shows up. That brings us to 0 hours, 13 minutes, 10 seconds.
That's Kay. Yeah. When he heard Kay open the cyan door, he panicked. Whatever he was up to, he didn't want Kay to catch him at it.
And then Kay disappears too.
Yeah, below the bottom of his frame, just like the others.
If Kay was telling the truth, this is where he begins to try and resuscitate Luna. Anyway, nothing happens for the next 16 minutes. It's just this. So I'll fast forward, alright?
Sure.
Alright, should be around here. One sec. Okay, you should see something you recognize in a minute here.
There's Kay coming in from the bottom of the frame. He's checking the time on his bracelet. So we've come full circle, huh?
Yeah. We're back to 21 minutes before the primary doors open. For our arbitrary time code, that's 0 hours and 29 minutes. 1 minute later, at 0 hours, 30 minutes, Kay heads to the Floor A warehouse.
Once he gets there, he'll tell us about Luna's death. Then we come back.
That's all
that's
the
it.
footage I wanted to show you. I've looked at it carefully, and I think it has something to tell us.
You mean who killed Luna, right?
Well, I can't say for sure. This footage makes for pretty shaky evidence, but it does suggest a very likely culprit. Who do you think it is?
I ran over the footage in my head. 0 hours, 1 minute, Clover and Luna enter the room. For 9 minutes, Clover aggressively questions Luna. 0 hours, 10 minutes, they both move out of frame. 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds, Clover exits the room. 0 hours, 12 minutes, Dio enters. He also immediately exits the frame. Seems likely he was up to no good during this period. Then he exits the room. Kay enters the room. He disappears. There's 16 minutes where nothing happens. And then he enters the frame again, looks at his bracelet. It says 21, remaining time until the primary doors open. There seems to be only one conclusion. The person who killed Luna is... Unfortunately, I am going to have to cut this one a little short. I've got stuff I gotta do today. I know, that's one heck of a cliffhanger to end on, but I will think about this, and we'll come back to it maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow, not sure yet. We'll have to figure it out, but, you know, hope it's been fun. For those of you who have played before, I'm sure you already know the answer, the correct answer. But for those of you who haven't, and who aren't able to play it for yourselves, good luck trying to figure out the answer. I know I'm gonna try to see if I can figure it out myself, but we'll take a crack at it next time. So, yep. Have a good afternoon, folks.